Everybody ready? Yeah. Hit it.
Laddies, are you getting beat up in school? Your stepfather giving you the business? Maybe your mom is keeping your home chocker-blocked full of chiselers. If you want to learn self-defense and just be an all-around badass, come down to McGregor McKnucklepits and learn the McKnucklepit method. Certain punch. What, you want to steal my potato? Real strong. Stronger than Lagavulin. Job! I'll do you just the same one. Job!
If you wanna get your body right, that's presidential fitness. Wanna get your booty tight, that's presidential fitness. And the star is born with the unicorn at presidential fitness.
That's right, Presidential Fitness, where they offer men's and women's fitness classes, jiu-jitsu, youth classes, and even high-intensity workouts. So if you need to get your body right, come see us at Presidential Fitness, located at 4179 West Jefferson.
If you wanna get your body right, that's presidential fitness. Wanna get your booty tight, that's presidential fitness. And the star is born with the unicorn at presidential fitness and female emporium.
Oh, come on, Coach. What's up, man?
Morning, ninjas. Morning, ninjas. Morning, ninjas.
Morning, ninjas. Good morning, it's me, Prayers, and welcome back to another episode of Morning Ninjas Sports. All right, well, we give you that cushion coffee and spill a little bit of that tea. It is only me today. Cornbread 217 isn't here at the moment, but the show must go on. All right. So normally we don't start off with weather, but I will today. Why? This is a sports show, but I definitely want to let you know how the weather is. Maybe you want to go play some baseball. Maybe you want to go play some touch football. Watch out for guys over 30. You know, don't want to pull a hamstring. All right. Today's high will be 59. Tomorrow's high. These are all the highs, by the way. That's all we do is get high around here. So why not talk about the high? So tomorrow high of 57. Saturday a high of 50. Sunday a high of 48. Monday a high of 56. Tuesday a high of 47. And next Wednesday will be a high of 46 degrees. All right. Supposed to be spring. We waiting for spring to spring already. It has not sprung yet. All right. Spring ain't springing. Are these spring temperatures? Hold on, let me see, man. I need to know what a spring temperature is. This is what we do here on Real Ninjas. Bear with me. We're learning together. Spring temperature. What? Hold on. What temperatures are considered spring? Temperature ranges between Fahrenheit is 60 to 74 degrees. That's spring weather. Just in case you know, summer temperature is 75 and above. Fall temperature is 49 to 49. So it is not even winter temperatures. We are in fall and spring. All right. Well. But that was a forecast, but today's air quality is a 28. That's is supposedly good. I don't know much about air quality. My air quality is antibiotic. All right. So it feels like 47, but it's actually 57 degrees. I learned what it says is what it feels like. That's when you touch the windshield, how it feels on the windshield. I don't know why that matters. Not windshield, when the wind blows. So when the wind is still, it's 57 degrees, but when it blows, it cools stuff down. You know, blowing wind cools stuff down. All right, so it feels like 47 degrees. We're gonna get to the freaking sports, y'all. But if you're trying to play baseball today, it's 11 mile per hour winds going southeast, actually. Okay. Well, direction is going WN, so northwest, west, northwest, west, northwest. Is that what that is? See, I gotta get my barometer game up a little bit. That's all. Okay. But visibility is great at a 21. Humidity at 47%. And that is your daily weather. So let's go ahead and get into what we're going to do next. That's the upcoming sports, upcoming NFL and NBA games. All right. So we got the Portland Trail Blazers. Hold on. Portland Trail Blazers and the Toronto Raptors. They play today at 6:30. And then we got Golden State Warriors and the Los Angeles Lakers playing today at 9 p.m. This is all Central Times also. Then we have the Milwaukee Bucks and the 76ers playing today. That's at 6 p.m. Then we have the Orlando Magics and the Washington Wizards going down at 6 p.m. today. Check your local listings where these games will be played at. But these are Central Times. Also, the Memphis Grizzlies and the Miami Heat will be playing today at 6:30. The Minnesota Timberwolves and the Brooklyn Nets are going at it today at 6:30. So then now we're about to go into the NBL. That was the NBA. The Boston Red Sox will be playing the Oilers, the Baltimore Oilers, today at 12:05. Why the off times? I'm not sure. Then today, also, the Houston Astros will be playing the Minnesota Twins at 3:10 p.m. Then the Colorado Rockies faces the Philadelphia Phillies today at 12:05. I got a bad dog over here. For some reason, she like to mess up shit. But then we got the Colorado. Oh, I just said that. Then we're about to go into the hockey. All right. So Cornbread ain't here. He usually do the hockeys. I'm not 100% sure on who's who, but we got the Toronto Maple Leafs playing the Florida Panthers. Okay, all right, I got a list here. All right, on these. I'm a black guy. I don't really watch hockey. Cornbread is a more alternative black man, so he knows a little bit about hockey. So. Next we have, hold on. We have the Carolina Hurricanes going against, I don't know who these people are. The Washington Capitals, maybe? Is that their name? They're sure not on this list. Maybe they one of them off teams. Then we got the Seattle. Hold on. I know these guys. Hold on. Or no. Okay. But I'm trying to get my see, this is why there's two of us usually. So so Seattle versus Vancouver. These must not be NHL teams. I know that league is weird. They play semi-pro teams too, I think. Hold on. They're not on this list of teams that I have right here. Let's see. It's only showing 20 of them on this list I got for some reason. It just happens to be the ones that are displayed right here. So, but we got the so Seattle versus Vancouver, I think, is the next is up today. No, the final. Oh, these finals. I'm not even telling you the score. So I'm learning hockey, y'all. Okay, just chill out with me. So the Colorado Avalanches versus the Chicago Blackhawks. The Colorado wins 3-2. Damn, hold on. So we go back a little bit. Seattle versus Vancouver 5-0. God damn, bros. Y'all got spanked. I know that's a high score. I do know that in with hockey that's not a good score. And then we have the Minnesota Wilds versus another team I don't have on my list, but it looked like New York somethings. So the New York Rangers. Okay, New York Rangers beat Minnesota 5-4. So I guess that was a nail biter. I'm not sure. I'm not 100% sure. I don't really watch hockey like that, but I am going to get my hockey game up. So let's go ahead to the next story. Anthony Edwards. Maybe you learned about this guy. All right. And as you know, here on Real Ninja Sports, we don't just talk about who won and the stats and all this other stuff. You can get that from anywhere, okay? We talk about sports-related stories. So, this is an athlete. So anybody who is a professional athlete gets talked about on Real Ninja Sports. Anybody in the headlines, anything in the headlines, stuff like that. And Anthony Edwards, this young man, has made headlines. So the NBA star Anthony Edwards had made a significant financial decision by paying out $1,080,000 in child support. Wow. Uh-oh. Hold on. Morn'n Ninjas Sports. We always say good morning here. Good morning, Haley. She said, I like my shirt. I like my shirt too. What did I say? Smoke session finished. Yes, it's always done. Every session is always done. It's April 420. I guess it's the weed month. That's how I feel like it is. So I'm wearing weed stuff all month. At least until the 20th. Okay, I know I got more than enough weed garments to last me to the 20th. So I might do it all month though. So, Haley, we're talking about Anthony Edwards. I know you're not a sports lady, but this is a story that you might be intrigued with, all right? So the NBA star Anthony Edwards has made a significant financial decision by paying $1,080,000 in child support up front, covering 18 years of payments. This action followed by express reluctance this action followed his express reluctance to have the child, sparking a broad discussion on panels right and left about responsibilities and the ethics of child support. Critics argue about the families of child support laws, with some viewing mothers' decisions to proceed with the pregnancy as financially motivated. The conversation also touches the implications for the child's future, with many expressing the concerns for the child's well-being caught between conflicting parental desires. The debate extends to gender roles and parenting decisions, questioning the consistency of the societal expectations regarding parental involvement and financial obligations. Said, how do you come up with the number? I mean, I'd take it, but holy shit. So when you're on child support, I should know, they give you a monthly payment. Then, and like, so the more you pay, the more discounts you get. All right. So they give you a monthly payment, they got a yearly payment, and you can pay all your child support off. All right. So I think his child support was like $1 million. I think his child. So his child support probably been like $8,000 to $10,000 a month if he didn't pay off a lump sum. So him paying off the lump sum made it an even $5,000 a month. Okay. So here's the backstory on this though. She said, I don't know. I don't think he will be totally off the hook, to be honest. Sports, college, and all that comes into play. Once you take a lump sum in child support, I think that's it. You know what I mean? So you're saying this is going to cover it. You know what I mean? So she got to accept it also. So, so this is the backstory to this. Okay, so. So Nathan Goodard, he wrote this story about the situation. He says, women preach my body, my choice, but when a man chooses to opt out, suddenly it's a problem. Anthony Edwards' situation is a perfect example of the double standards, which I'm for double standards. Some guys said, oh shit, you can't say no, I don't want it. No, you can't. No, you can't say no. That ain't how I go. A man is always financially obligated for a child that's born. That's definitely if the mother pursues that. All right. So if the mom wants him to take care of it, so let's say of course, a man don't got to say so. And hold on, man. Okay. My bad. I got a bad dog in here right now. So if a man says, "Hey, I want the baby," and the mom says, "Well, I don't want the baby," she can go terminate the baby. So she's all financially responsibility, all that stuff. She said if my sperm donor would have paid me for him to disappear, I'll take that cash. In cash, LOL, he disappeared, but no cash. It'd be like that. So, but a man is always on the hook financially for a baby if a woman wants him to. So even if you don't get any money, now it's still a case on him, and he still has to atone for not paying you. So that's why guys get their license suspended or actually go to jail for not paying child support. So so this is what happened with him. So she finessed him out of $100,000 to get the smegorgan. That's what we like to call abortions around here, smegorgans, because you can't say it on social media for some reason. You can't talk about real life shit. Okay, so she finessed him out of $100,000 to get the smegorgan, but she kept the money. She ran straight to child support and then she ran straight to child support to secure the bag. And he said, "No, cool. Here's the money up front. Don't call me again." Okay, so they was doing what they was doing. Okay, responsible adults are responsible. I feel, you know what I mean. If you're having sex, definitely as a woman, you know what happens when you have sex. It's a possibility for you to get pregnant, and if you don't want to get pregnant, she said, "God damn, yeah, it's a cold world out here." Assuming he's catching a lot of heat though. Yeah, I wouldn't care though, me personally, because as a man to be thrust upon, like, so I'm having sex, so sex is a shared responsibility. So you want to have sex, I want to have sex. You know what I mean? We get together, we had sex, we did what we wanted to do. We wasn't trying to have a baby. But as a woman, I feel like you definitely should be more cautious. Definitely, if it was a percentage, a man should be, he definitely should be cautious of women, of course. But we're talking about a human life here. So if you're having sex, you know you can create a baby. I feel like a woman should be the most responsible on not having that child because she gets the responsibility of keeping the child. She's having it, you know what I mean? So there's been cases of dads walking away. So I think it's like an 80-20. 80 on the lady, 20 on the man, all right? Haley says she's agreed. Yes, because you're gonna be stuck with a baby if you don't make sure you're having babies by guys who want to have babies with you. You know what I mean? So that's why I tell my daughters, marry before you carry. That guarantees you at least. I mean, that gives you more of a guarantee that you'll have somebody there for your child, mainly because you get married to have kids. So, and if you're married, you're pretty sure your man wants to have kids, okay? Or he wouldn't run away from you and your kids because you're married, you know? So, Haley says, there's always that slim chance that one, you can't get pregnant, or two, that one, you can get pregnant, and two, dudes doesn't want to keep the kid or the baby. Yes, there you go. I mean, I'm gonna say I've been a situation of that. Well, I'm gonna say all my kids were miracle babies. Let's call that, okay. With my first one, she supposed to be on birth control. I was trusting her to be on birth control. She didn't take her birth control as often as she should. You know what I mean? She missed a pill here and there. You know, so ladies, when you miss a pill, you gotta tell your man. Okay, shoot. Also, and another thing, women know when they're able to have a baby. Ovulation. So if you're fucking raw, getting nutted in, doing your ovulation period, because it's only like a certain amount of days in a month where you can get pregnant. You fucking raw doing your ovulation period. Oh, I didn't know it was my ovulation period. Well, you didn't even give a fuck. You know what I mean? So if you fucking raw, you wanted a baby. That's all I'm saying. You know what I mean? So, or at least take some precautions morning after. Don't nut in me. Say, yeah, 2 weeks after your period. You know what I'm saying? 2 weeks after your period, you are fertile. Okay? You're ready to go. So if you don't know your ovulation period, it sounds like it's easy to figure out. I'm gonna say from when I gotta get back to my baby mama story, or my kids being made story. But after my next incident, I kept track of every lady that I had sex with ovulation time. And they didn't know this. I know when their ovulation period is, so I used to keep track of it. So, and that's why I didn't have any babies for a long time, okay? Shoot, all my kids are grown. But, so, with my baby, so first baby comes, she laughing at me. Hey, you gotta protect yourself. You know what I mean? And you know what? Y'all get the horniest when you're in your ovulation time, because that little time is like I give it like 7 days. That's 7 days where you can't get pregnant. When you can get pregnant, I ain't up in there. Okay, and that was always the time they wanted to do it the most. Okay, so I learned that. I was like, oh, that ovulation coming up. And it's always, what you doing? What's that? You know what I'm saying? Oh, leave it in there. I ain't gonna do it. I ain't doing it. But if you don't want to get pregnant, you should definitely have him up, pull out at least. Make sure he pulls out, okay? The pull-out method does work if you working with a man who understands his penis. Okay. She said, yep, your sex drive is high from it. Your body knows. Okay, yeah, it's telling you go get fucked. Body telling you to get fucked. That's crazy. No, it's pulling you by the butt, telling you go get fucked. And then, so miracle baby, you know what I mean? Shit, because so, and then we didn't know until she was 7 months, just like my, like she wasn't even showing. And then we found out that bang, belly got huge for some reason. I don't know how that works. So boom, had a baby. I got twins. You know what I mean? So I had them like a month apart. So, but again, both of these are miracle babies. One lady, listen to this stupid story. My son's mom, she said, what she said? She said, like, okay, I'm young at the time. She said, yeah, I can't even get pregnant. It's like a 50% chance. I had a real rough pregnancy. Haley said, I didn't show with my first until 8 months, so I get it. I didn't find out until I was 3 months pregnant. We found out when she was 7 months pregnant. Crazy. She was going to the doctor and everything. You know what I mean? Going to her pediatrician and everything. Like that's how young we was. She's still going to her pediatrician. Yeah, so only had a couple months to get ready. But like she was having, you know, like she was still spotting, wasn't strong periods, but she was still having a little period every month. I don't know how that worked. You know what I mean? But she said I would fall out, man. Shoot, I would mouth hit the floor. I was like, oh shit. How long are you? 7. Fuck. You know what I mean? That's my first baby. That's messed up right there. You know what I mean? So, but we got right to it. Actually dropped out of school, came back home, got like 3 jobs, got to work. You know what I mean? Best thing that ever happened to me was my first daughter. Okay. And then I remember I want my girlfriend to move in. She said, you can have a full-blown period and be pregnant. Okay. Well, I understood. I believe her. I believe her. I believe my first baby mama. You know what I mean? But I know you wasn't taking them pills like you should have been taking them pills. You know what I mean? So that was the problem. Okay. But what else? So second baby. I had a roommate, and he had a birthday party, and I was throwing him a birthday party, and I knew. Look, man, this taught me to stop befriending just anybody. You know what I mean? Stop befriending just anybody. You know what I mean? So I worked with the dude. He was cool. I needed a roommate. He wanted to be the roommate. Boom. I know you got a job at least. You know what I mean? We get pregnant. I'm looking at you. We get paid on the same day, you know what I mean? So what's up? You know what I mean? So he moved in, we all cool, his birthday coming up, that's a reason to have a party. Why not have a party? So, Morn'n Ninja Sports. Thanks for tuning in. So having him a birthday party. And I invite everybody from the job. It's like a work party damn near. I invite everybody from the job, a couple of his family members, a couple of other friends that stay in the apartment complex, party jumping. He goes to the gas station for some ice. He sees some randos, 3 girls, and invite them back to the party. Now, if I never met this motherfucker, if I never moved him into my apartment, if I would have went and got the ice that night, I'd have never met my baby mama. Okay, and I'd have been all right with that. If I could somehow still have the son, that'd been fine. But they come in a package deal, which I never met, but still. So he told these 3 random girls to come to the party. So they come to the party. I'm in it's like a penthouse downtown, and you gotta buzz people up. But I wasn't just giving out people my buzz code, so I was meeting people downstairs. So he called. So they call him. He say they downstairs. I go downstairs and get him. And I'm coming downstairs. I open up the door, and it's 3 girls, 2 black girls, 1 white girl. And I was just saying to myself, the white girl got some big old titties. I love me some big old titties. But she had a shirt that said bitch on it. I said, man, who the fuck is this little bitch walking in here with a bitch on her shirt? Fuck this bitch. You know what I mean? Like, oh, that's stupid. You know what I mean? So night goes on. She was on my ass, you know what I mean? Shit, but I'm not fucking with the girl that got bitch on her shirt. You know what I mean? So boom, party in, people leave, all that good stuff. You know what I'm saying? So next day, I get a phone call. And this is when, you know, you have landlines. You know what I mean? So I get a phone call, and it's the girl with bitch on her shirt. I'm like, she's like, hey, you remember me? Blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, well, yeah, how you get my number? She said, well, I called my phone from your phone. Because, you know, it was a home phone, you know what I mean? Shit, just picked it up, used it, you know what I mean? Shit. Get my number, you know what I mean? So, I'm like, damn, that's weird. You weird little bitch, weird little bitch. Okay. All right, so, and I wasn't really fucking with her. Like I did not like her because she had this shirt on. She was, and it's like, oh my God, yeah. I wasn't really fucking with her because she had that shirt on. That shirt was a turn on. You know what I mean? But she real sweet and nice acting. Okay? And, you know, she's trying to put it on. You know what I mean? So a couple of days went by, she keep calling me. You know, right? So, all right, you know what I mean? Shit, real talk. Shit, let me fuck this little bitch. That's how I felt. Like, shit, let me fuck this little bitch. Fuck it. You know what I mean? Shit. So messing around with her, you know what I mean? And I had dick discipline even at that age, all right? Definitely now that I got a baby, you know what I mean? So, and I've been practicing my pull-out method, okay? So what you don't know, ladies, is that you gotta know your dick to pull out, to know the pull-out method. So I know when I start pre-coming, I know all that. I know when I start pre-cum, I know when I'm on pre-cum. I know in the middle of having sex when the pre-cum gonna come. All right, if it comes, you know what I mean. I done trained myself to not even pre-cum no more now. All right, it ain't no dripping at all. You don't get ain't no free seeds around here no more. All right, so I know my dick, and I think I will say I was wearing that thing out for 2 weeks, like legit 2 weeks. She said stage 4 clinger or whatever they say. Facts. That's funny. So I'm wearing this thing out because I ain't gonna lie, baby mama. I don't know what she look like now. I don't give a fuck what she look like now. But baby mama, I ain't gonna lie. She look like an average girl, a little bit of a butter face, but she's still cute though. You know what I mean? I just hated her because of the shirt, but small waist, and she had a baby already, right? So I know she trying to get popped off again. I ain't feeling it, okay? So baby mama fine too, though. So I'm talking about little hips, ass, big old tits, little. She about 4'11", half boobs. You know what I mean? And they real. You know what I mean? Shit, sitting up and everything. I didn't know that until she took it off. You know, when you take it off, they kind of drop, fellas. You know how that happens? No, they took it off. They said they just stood there. I was like, oh shit. So I was wearing that thing out for like 2 weeks. So I'm like, okay, now she liking me too much. I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing in here. I'm dicking her down. I understand you like this. You know what I mean? So, I gotta cut it off. All right. So I'm gonna crack one more time though. I'm gonna send her on her way. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna just should I just stop fucking and then ghost her? Or can I fuck one more time and ghost her? I think it'd be nicer if I fuck one more time and ghost. So hit one more time. You know what I mean? She hit me with the leg closed me too. You know what I mean? And I'm blaming that, okay? Because I'm in that thing, right? I'm in that thing. You hear that? That's what it sounds like too. I was in that thing. All right. And guys know it's so if this the level where because the cum is in there like a volcano. It's just in there ready to erupt. Ooh. You hit. Ooh, you gotta slow it down. When the guy stops. So I'm blaming that. I ain't blaming that. I ain't gonna blame it. Okay, I ain't gonna blame that because like ladies know when you about to bust. Okay, and I let that get too high up. Yeah, I felt it. I felt a little. It was a little spit came out. But I'm weak as fuck right now. Look, I'm just saying, a little spit came out. A little dab would do it. That's all it takes, though. I'm gonna tell you that right now. A little dab would do it. So I remember I'm in there, and before the leg lock, you know what I mean? Shit, the leg lock. I was already about to, and then she grabbed me, and then I didn't fully do it. I said, I felt. I said, hey, I'll be all right. She released that lock. I get back to it. You spray the back. You paint her up, okay? If you know what I mean. All right. So you paint her down. So I'm gonna say this. I never came in my baby mama. I might have in her a little bit. That's what my son, he's about 5'2". Last time I checked, he's about 5'2", an adult now. You know what I mean? He said 5'2", 5'3", somewhere around there. Extra skinny, like he didn't get the whole shot. That's why he didn't get my height. Okay, he didn't get the whole, we didn't lock up like pit bulls, you know what I mean? I didn't lock in there like I should have locked in there, but yeah. Miracle baby. That's what So she told me, look, this is what she told me, it's only a 50-50 chance if I have a baby. You know what I mean? Because she said she had half a uterus. So it's a 50-50 chance. If you think about it, 50-50 is good ass odds. God damn it. If somebody told me, hey, we're gonna play roulette and you got 50-50 odds on if you win, I'll take about 20 bets. I'm gonna bet like 20 times. Okay, sure. If I had a 50-50 chance that I can't hear with you right now. Not the pit bull win. We didn't lock up. So I didn't think it was mine anyway. I was like, hold on, man. That little didn't do nothing. That little didn't do nothing. Come on now. That's all it takes. Little dab would do it. You know what I mean? Shit, I remember. Cause boom, I cut it off with. I was like, hey, you know what I mean? I'm straight now. You know what I mean? Shit. I was kind of vicious back then. You know what I mean? Hey, I'm cool. So I remember I worked at Arby's at the time. I'm in the back on fries, and somebody said, hey, it's a girl at the window for you. I said, it's a girl at the window for me. Said Braylon was the 1% chance, and here she is. I hear you. So I guess my first daughter was too, and I guess my son is too. He's a miracle. I'm at Arby's and on fries, and one of my roommate like, hey, old girl at the window for you. I said, who at the window for me? I'm like, oh man, this bitch trying to come see me, man. What's up? I pull my head out. What's up? She said, it's a miracle. What's a miracle? I'm pregnant. I'm talking about it ain't even been a month. It's about to been a month. It's probably a month. You know what I mean? Shoot, since I met her. So she called. I mean, I'm telling you, it was like if anything, it was 5 weeks tops. So I think I was messing. I'd known her for a month, then I cut it off here like 5 weeks. You know what I mean? Boom, she up there. It's a miracle. What? God damn it. You know what I mean? So, boom, now I got a son coming. And then, at the same time, I got another miracle baby coming. She supposed to be on birth control. I'm supposed to be on birth control. You know what I mean? And girls have babies back to back. When they have one, they want to have that other one within a year or two. All right? And I got year or two. I thought I was still trusting her that it was all good. I got a year or two. You know what I mean? So, 3 miracle babies. I got 3 miracle babies. You know what I mean? So, I understand Mr. Anthony Edwards on, now, I'm going to say 2 of the 3 I raised. And, I just said, oh my Lord. 2 of the 3 I raised myself. You know what I mean? Shit, but if I could have paid my other baby mama a lump sum just to get the headache away, just to get, man, because she moved my son away, never brought him back, never. He says he left at 4, I ain't seen him since. You know what I mean? I could have went to go see him, but I got kids here I need to take care of. You know what I mean? I can't say, hell no, LOL. I waited 5.5 years between my first and second. The rest was close though. See, once you have, now I got a theory though. Okay, so hot girls, I feel like you was a hot girl in your day. I'm just saying. So hot girls, they wait a little bit, okay? Because I feel like hot girls are when they have their baby, right? It was really an accident. Like, damn, I was out here getting it in, and I don't want to get rid of my baby. You know what I mean? So I feel like that. But you know what? But when you a hot girl, when I say hot girl, I do mean attractive. You can't be a hot girl and not be attractive. You know what I mean? Shit. But hot out here, like you like to party. You was on the scene. That's what I'm saying. So when you got multiple kids, it's hard to be on the scene. You can do it with one, okay? But if you're a hot girl, you want to be out here still living your best life and have children at the same time. You can't have 2 because it's hard. You know what I mean? So, but then when that second one comes, it's just fuck it. I got 2. Why not 3? Why not 17? Okay, that's what happens with hot girls. I feel. Regular girls, oh no, they trapping niggas. They doing this on purpose. They just skeeting and skedaddling, hoping that one land. That's what happens. You know what I mean? They're doing that on purpose, and they gonna have as many as possible because they bored. You're regular. You need something to do. You know what I mean? See, hot girls having fun out here. Regular girls not. Shoot, you about that age where you know what I mean? Shoot, you still like babies, okay? Shoot. Younger women, like I'm worried for my children. I think they like kids. You know what I mean? Shit, I think they want to have babies and get their daddy some grandkids, but we'll see. What else? So I understand Mr. Anthony Edwards for going ahead and getting her out the way. All right, because when you ask a man to take care of a child that he didn't want, you're asking for his time, which for a man is very valuable. Okay, life is made for a woman to have a baby. Okay, there's a lot of programs, a lot of assistance for a woman to be able to raise children, okay, without a man sometimes, but it's not any of those for a man. So when you're asking a man to help you raise a child that he didn't want, wasn't intentionally trying to do with you, was maybe even trusting you to be responsible with your body. You know what I mean? I don't see why that's something a man can't do is hope a woman is responsible with her body. I'm just saying, like, is that bad to want? I always felt like that it shouldn't be. That I trust the person that I'm having sex with really is here to have sex with me, since we can have sex like this now. You know what I mean? At one point in history, there wasn't no abortion, smogorgon, excuse me. There wasn't none of those, and there wasn't any birth control, stuff like that. But now that you can have it, you can be more responsible about bringing babies into the world. You choose not to sometimes. So that's crazy to me. So I don't see why it's so ridiculous for a man to just hope that the woman that he is having sex with is a responsible lady. So we can go on from that. I spent the whole hour talking about that. So got something else here. Just a little. I like posting little stats and facts and stuff like that. So the Bulls. So the debate on who is the best basketball player has been around for a long time, but definitely with LeBron out. So they say 1994 Bulls, which is Michael Jordan's best year, without MJ was 55 and 22. So they won 55 and 27. 2011 Cavs without LeBron was 19 and 63. So it sounded like they needed LeBron. But the year before, with MJ, they only won a total of 2 more games. So it was 55 to 27. So they went to the playoffs. And then this is regular season. That's right. And then so 1993 Bulls, the year before with MJ, was only 57 and 25, and the 2010 Cavs were 61 and 21. So without the Bulls, without MJ, I'm really starting to think LeBron is the best player ever in the NBA. All right, I'm really starting to believe that, mainly because Scottie Pippen has the exact same stats as Michael Jordan, damn near. Okay, and not stats, accolades. So the same, just look him up. Okay, Scottie Pippen has the same. So he has Michael Jordan had a sidekick that had the same amount of points and same stats that he did at one point. So, and LeBron didn't. You know, like LeBron didn't have as much help as Mike did because he had a lot of help. That was an all-star team with Dennis Rodman and Scottie Pippen and Tony Kukoc, Horace Grant. You know what I mean? He had a whole whippersnapper. And LeBron really never had anything like that. So in my opinion, I'm starting to think LeBron might be the best player in NBA history. Just off of the stuff I've been covering lately. So like I said, Scottie Pippen got some of the same accolades as Michael Jordan at the same time. You know what I mean? So, but you can't say that about anybody that LeBron plays with.
Under 6 feet in the league, you gotta have a wiggle.
I found this online. This is a recent game that went down. Just a cool ass play. I wanted to put it on display. You know, I'll make it a little bigger for y'all. You know, I like to be a big man. We'll make that a little bit bigger for you. Check it out.
Under 6 feet in the league, you gotta have a wiggle. You gotta have a wiggle. Oh my God. You gotta have a wiggle. Good dime.
Man.
Good dime. Oh my goodness.
Look at his ass.
Under 6 feet in the league, you gotta have a wiggle. You gotta have a wiggle.
Got them hands
Oh
up.
my God.
Level.
You gotta have a wiggle.
Fast.
Good dime. Good dime. Oh my goodness.
Could have took it up. Could have took it up. Pass it off to my man's in the right hand. That was nice play. I just wanted to show that. Got some more stuff for you. If you haven't been paying attention, hold on. Where we at? I want to look like this. There we go. Bang. All right, always looking good. So, give me a second, y'all. The Pistons, a couple people got a fight breaks out between the Pistons and the Timberwolves. Dante DiVincenzo, I don't know how to say these names, okay? Nas Reed, Ron Holland, Isaiah Stewart, Marcus Sesser, and Pistons head coach J.B. Rackerstaff, and the Wolves assistant coach, Pablo Frigoni, were all ejected from the game. And here is Draymond Green saying, every time I watch this guy, he's always getting into trouble. Not a good role model for the league. All right, and he's talking about number 28, who was one of the antagonizers in this altercation. So let's check it out. I flipped everything, so hopefully I don't get any copyright infringements. You know what I mean? I feel that I don't see how it's a copyright when it's not the same thing. Okay, I'm playing. They always like to give me a copyright strike when I'm definitely making the content different. Okay, it's a whole hour before I even showed this stuff. So hopefully I don't get copyright strike. So let's check it out. The Pistons and the Timberwolves get into a fight. Here goes some angles.
By Holland, but Nas Reed
Plays under review for an altercation.
wagging his finger. Holland pushing DiVincenzo. So they get tied up. By Holland, but Nas Reed
Plays under review for an altercation.
wagging his finger. Holland pushing DiVincenzo. So they get tied up. By Holland.
All right, I got another angle for you. Hold on. Got another angle for you. Check this one out.
Boy, you not like boy, you look boy.
$35 is out.
Crazy. Let's one more time.
Boy, look, fuck on you, boy. Fuck on you, boy.
What do you want to do, bitch?
Boy, you not like
Wait, back up. Nobody putting their hands out.
boy, you look boy.
The basketball players are the weakest. They're the weakest, man. Weakest fight better.
35 is out.
Basketball players don't know how to fight, y'all. I'll stand up. I'm gonna stand on that. So it was fighting. Shit happens. But check this out. I got some other like legendary fights for you that you might want to check out. So check this out. This is I got in the right order. This will be the Pistons versus the 76ers in Auburn Hills in 1990. Charles Barkley, who also had the altercation with the fan, and Bill Lambier were all fined $20,000 and suspended for one game. Detroit's Scott Hastings was fined $10,000 and suspended for a game. Each team was fined $50,000. This is back in 1990. So let's check it out.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. No, this ain't
Here comes Morn'n.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Oh, this is more on that fight with the Timberwolves and the Pistons. So check it out. I told you I flipped everything. So yeah.
Ain't no standing on that shit. We just up there with them tools that's gon' hammer in the bitch. Yeah, checking for bags, bad. We can go mad for mad. You niggas false and bad. How you gon' rag? Look bad at the big fuck. Like high school, you can get jumped. Take pay me like a weak dog. Spin it up and let me see up. And some I'm off the dumping niggas like a talker. GD faces like a barker. You start a Honda. Fuck that laugh like some dogs. Fuck 12, fuck you harder. All these little rappers think they tough. I swear to God, I don't give two fucks. Now nuts hanging, we gang.
There you go. Just playing that. I forgot his name. It's cold track you got right there. But this is the Pistons versus the 76ers. A fight that bust out between them and Auburn Hills back in 1990. Let's check it out.
Pressure, here comes Morn'n. Morn'n hard to the basket, jams it, and is fouled. Now he and Lambier start shoving each other. And now Barkley gets into it, and he and Lambier. And now there are some punches thrown. Now we got not a little melee, a big melee, and there were punches thrown.
Real fight.
There's Edwards and Morn'n. Now they're squared off, but there's a pile there. And all of this with 14 and 8/10 seconds left.
It's fighting weird. Basketball players fight weird.
There is Charles Barkley as Freddie grabs hold of him and gets him out of there. And now Jaminski has some words.
Let's get in
This
there.
is not going to be settled instantly.
I wanted to get the Pistons fight with Ben Wallace
Charles
there.
comes toward the Sixers bench.
I couldn't find a good copy.
Charlie,
Why is his face dirty?
and now Hastings wants a piece.
Let's go with it. That's what he said. Let's go with it.
And now this is not up to. Oh, now Jimmy Lynam is involved.
Mm-mm.
And there is some pushing and shoving. Lambier is out of here.
Yep.
He is gone.
Lambier fined
Got
$20,000.
Daly and Jimmy trying to restore some order. Now here goes Charles. Now Charles is by himself. And I would suggest strongly that somebody go with it. Now Charles comes back after a fan. And now here they go. Now everybody's down there. The Sixers and the Pistons.
They're too close. Bad the crowd.
Now we
up.
got the fans involved. And this has turned ugly, my friends. This was not at all what you would have liked to have seen happen. As the Sixers pressure, here comes Morn'n.
So it went down. And I got another one. I messed up and forgot to get the information on this one, but this is some Laker shit.
3-on-2 into the lane. Blocked away by Pierce and a foul. Ricky sends Street to the floor.
Wait a minute.
And now Pierce has got a piece of Christie. And now Kemp restrains Christie from behind. Now Terry Stotts comes in. Randy Front sprints off the bench. He's down on the baseline. Sean Kemp wants a piece of anybody in his way right now. Still going at Doug Christie. And now Randy Funt comes in to drive off Doug Christie. Eldon Campbell steps in, and he's acting as a peacemaker, while Worthy restrains Sean Kemp right now with Terry Stotts. They both have him in tow.
Look at the eyes of Sean Kemp. He is hot. Well, energy, we've all of a sudden escalated.
Wake-up call with 10 and 10 seconds remaining in the third. And the Sonics leading by 3, 75-72. And a 12-point lead.
And both teams just running up and down, not able to get a shot down. This is the third straight layup attempt by the Lakers. Ricky doing a nice job blocking and catching some body. Evidently the foul is called.
Now watch Ricky with some words. Yeah, here comes Christie with some words.
We see Ricky, that X-Man chokehold like he put on Wes Matthews a few years ago.
Yeah, Christie persists. Finally, Sean Kemp says that's enough. Reaches around, grabs him, and restrains him. Then Terry Stott comes in, and now they're starting grappling. Grabbing the jersey. And, yeah, that could have been a bad situation for Terry Stotts down there. Stotts is a big guy, but he's caught in between Kemp, McMillan, and Worthy. And then Kemp stays at Doug Christie. Christie apparently hit the hot button. Said something that just ignited Sean.
Terry Stotts really staying right after Sean Kemp the whole way. And Sean, you can see pushing and.
Yeah, so some better fights out there. You know what I mean?
Alonzo Morn'n throws the first.
I got another one. Hold on. One more, I guess. Hold on. This is a small one. I should have blew this one up. I thought I propped it up, but I guess I didn't. But check it out. Can you see that? That's small.
First punch. Well, there's one right there, and that's what got it going. And then the push back, and then there's the punch.
Oh, okay, this is a funny fight, okay? Like, they try to knock each other's head off, but can't nail one. Basketball players can't fight. Check it out.
Alonzo Morn'n throws the first punch. Well, there's one right there, and that's what got it going. And then the push back, and then there's the punch. Fortunately for these guys, they are both awful fighters.
Slap. You still missing the slap?
Not needed.
I'm tired of a miss.
Van Gundy was out quick. Alonzo Morn'n throws the first punch. Well, there's one right there, and that's what got it going. And then the push back, and then there's the punch. Fortunately for these guys, they are both awful fighters.
Alonzo got some good defense. Let's check this out one more time.
Not needed. Alonzo Morn'n throws the first punch. Well, there's one right there, and that's what got it going. And then the push back, and then
bad offense. Because dude, I feel like you didn't really want to hit him. Because you couldn't connect if you really was paying attention or you wanted to. So
there's the punch.
So you knew you missed. You're like, oh shit. So he wanted to hit. He got bad offense. But he got good defense because his reaction said slip. He slipped. You know what I mean? Shit. I don't know why this nigga's windmilling because a straight punch with a guy Alonzo Morn'n. All right. So look. So this was supposed to be a backhand right here. Miss. You know what I mean? So he was waiting on a punch. So that's why that backhand was like a little defensive slap type deal. Like if I hit you with it, I hit you with it, but I still got my hands up. You know what I mean? So Alonzo might have been in a couple fights. I'm not saying he know how to fight at all because he would have been throwing better punches right now. So he see this dude, he didn't swing, he didn't throw back though. Okay, all right, let me throw another one. Like, just completely missed. Why? You're like, why can't you throw a straight punch? Them arms are too long to do anything right, I'm guessing. It's block shots. You know what I mean? But right here. You know what I mean? So dude just ain't got no offense either, and he ain't got no offense or defense. I put my money on Alonzo if they actually got to square up like right off the bat. I put my money on Alonzo just because he's moving a lot better, and this dude Alonzo Morn'n just missing. You know what I mean? He just can't hit, but Alonzo Morn'n put his hands up, has some defensive moves a little bit.
For these guys,
he missed right here. All right,
they're both
he missed right there. You know what I mean? Shoot, he threw two, he just can't even throw punches. Right? So,
awful fighters.
There's no slap is over. So this was supposed to be
Not needed.
If you don't know what a parry is, that's what you do when a punch coming. You slap it down. That's what he was planning on doing. So Alonzo Morn'n definitely been in a couple of slap fights or something like that, you know, possibly. So I'll say Alonzo Morn'n would have won that fight if they could connect. So got another story here for you. I'm gonna get up out of here soon. I started late. I apologize for that. Just make sure I got everything I needed for y'all. But the NBA investigation Ja Morant's finger gun gesture towards the Warriors. All right. If you don't know who Ja Morant is, he's been a headache to the league since he got in here. I feel like this. Hold on. He want to be a thug. But you can, if you want to be a thug, you are one. I mean, there's no initiation. You just got to do some thug stuff. And just doing a little bit of thug stuff makes you a thug to me. All right? A thug isn't a positive term. It is if you're talking in the past tense, like, nigga, I was a thug. Okay? That's a positive thing. But if you're talking about thugs in general, it's not a positive. All right. So Ja Morant wanted to be a thug. So he is one. You know what I mean? You can't be a gangster. You can't want to be a gangster, just be one. You know what I mean? You gotta have a gang. You gotta get initiated into the game. Well, go start your own gang if you want to be a gangster for real. You know? You don't gotta be a blood or a Crip. You can be a Martin Luther King post man. You know what I mean? Who knows? I don't know how to name gangs, but you a Martin Luther King sword. Okay, yeah, you one of the Martin Luther King sword boys. You know? Go start your own game. But you think he's a thug? He is a thug. Okay, you do thug stuff. Just he been a terror since he's been in here. So the NBA currently is investigating the Memphis Grizzlies players Ja Morant for making finger gun gestures towards the Golden State Warriors bench during the game. This incident has ignited a debate over the appropriateness of such celebrations, especially in the light of Morant's previous gun-related controversies. While some fans and commentators argue that Morant is unfairly targeted compared to the other players who have made similar gestures without consequence, others believe that, given his history, Morant should be more mindful of his actions. This discussion touches, over here. This discussion touches the theme of consistency in the NBA disciplinary action, player accountability, and influence the player's past behavior on current judgments. So, he's definitely a goofball, you know what I mean? So you get in, but he liked guns. Obviously, it's all right to like guns.
It had some form of gesture there. You can make that what you want.
And then Buddy Hield kind of responded. So you had some form of gesture there. You can make that what you want. And then Buddy Hield kind of responded. So you had some form of gesture there. You can make that what you want. And then Buddy Hield kind of responded. So you had some form of gesture there. You can make that what you want. And then,
hold on. He's making a gesture to us? Come on, man. Can he do that? Man, y'all know that nigga cold, though. He cold. Don't say he ain't cold. Come on, man. Man, basketball players are the softest, man. They the softest. Y'all know this nigga love guns. Look at this man. They're like he like guns. He like guns. I bet this is a real skin on GTA. I bet somewhere somebody got this actually. Guaranteed.
You see this comes in. The other two Grizzly players are on the other end of the floor. Nobody can help when in this situation. Beautiful fit pass, and we always know what 12 can do with that type of pass.
Tonight's game produced by Scott Zachary, directed by Tom Hewitt, right with the graphics, Joe Balmos with the replays. And Jason Boyer making the trip to New Orleans to help out as well.
You see this comes in. The other two Grizzly players are on the other end of the floor. Nobody can help when in this situation. Beautiful fit pass. We always know what 12 can do with that type of pass.
Tonight's game produced by Scott Zachary, directed by Tom Hewitt, Brian Wright with the graphics, Joe Balmos with the replays, and Jason Boyer making the trip to New Orleans to help.
This is Fourth Amendment right. I don't know which amendment it is. I ain't really an amendment guy, but yeah, let that man live. Let that man live. Yeah.
I want to go back to Jermaine. This is the part that the dogs skip.
Yes, sir.
I want to go back to Jermaine. This is the part that the dogs skip.
He better not never actually shoot a nigga because he'll get his ass. This ain't talking about his previous stuff. He a party boy. Man, shoot. They love this. He a party boy. Yeah. It's a night out for him. Let's go. I was 4 at 1 point. That's a waste of money to me. I wouldn't do shit. Nothing like this, but come on, man. Hang on this man. Can he act like he's sprinkling money in there? Can he act like he's popping champagne on you? Celebrate. What? Hey, up, John. But yeah, just put them in the air. Be the Yosemite Sam's. That's how you do it. Okay? You're doing too much. All right. Got another story for you. Some cool stuff. Jalen Pickett achieves first NBA triple-double in his loss to the Spurs. I guess so. The good with the bad. He tried to do his thing. He did do his thing, you know. But Jalen Pickett, a guard for the Denver Nuggets and the former Penn State basketball player, recorded his first NBA career triple-double during the game against the San Antonio Spurs. Despite the Nuggets losing 113 to 106, Pickett performed, including 17 points, 11 rebounds, and 10 assists. Damn, this nigga went off. Okay, so they got that wrong up there. Then they got it wrong up there. That's 11 points, 11 rebounds, and 11 assists. I didn't peep that. That's obviously wrong because they got a whole story about it here. So his achievement was widely celebrated, marking a significant milestone in his career and adding the Nuggets history triple-doubles. Add to the Nuggets history of triple-doubles. Fans and commentators praised his journey from being underestimated to proving his value on the court. Yes. So 25 minutes. Did his thing. Offensive rebound, got 3 up. You know what I mean? Should let's see, 32 points all together. All right, hold on. 32. See, the top stuff ain't matching the bottom stuff. That's bothering me. Okay, so, but with a little interview he had.
Yeah, so I kind of knew I was starting, yesterday. After I started the first game, Jamal said he was out again, so I kind of had a feeling I was going to be able to play and just, trying to get into that headspace to, try and help the team, get a win. Yeah, they made sure they told me when I got close, like the last time out we had, that was close. So it was cool, but, I was trying to finish off with a win. No, he did not. He just said good job, and he was giving me pointers, and they were doing a great job of just talking to us on the team. We really needed that tonight. Definitely. Rebounding, I feel, is just effort, putting a body on a guy. So if I'm on a bigger guy, I'm going to box him out. And that's not my job to get a rebound. If I take the 5 out to play, then, somebody else has to come in. And if, DJ's boxing out, then I got to come in and help and grab all those long rebounds. So we got rebound as a team. And when we rebound, we get out in transition and we're really good. Yeah. It's good. It's great. It gives the guys who haven't played a chance to play. It gives some guys some rest. And once the jitters kind of got out that first half, we actually started playing some good basketball there and some good stretches. So I mean, it was their first game out there. Trey in a while, Dario in a while. So getting guys some rhythm and being able to play was fun. Just being out there longer, those first couple of minutes, you're nervous. You're trying to play the perfect basketball. And then once you realize, you maybe miss a shot or, turn the ball over, you kind of relax because everybody makes mistakes. So once you make those mistakes, just coming back and still being aggressive helps.
Man, fuck this nigga. He bored. This nigga bored. I'm mad I played that. Well, congratulations. First triple-double. Yeah, whatever, man. You gotta get more excited about stuff. So got another story for you here, right here. A debate has emerged comparing the basketball careers of Dwayne Wade and James Harden to determine who is the better shooting guard all time. All right. Wade advocates emphasizes his championship wins, defensive skills, and his clutch performances, particularly highlighted by his 2006 Finals MVP award and his significant contributions to the Miami Heat's success. Critics of Harden's point out his lack of championships and less defensive impact compared to Wade's, despite his impressive personal stats. The discussion often contrasts Wade's teams-oriented play and Harden's more individualistic ball-dominant style. Many fans and commentators conclude that Wade's accolades and his impact on the team's success make him the superior comparison. I don't see really what's the comparison. I think Dwayne Wade is a better player. James Harden might be a better dad, though. I'm pretty sure of that. You know what I mean? I'm almost 100% sure of that. And it doesn't matter how Harden treats his kids. He can beat his kids. He might still be a better dad than Dwayne Wade. Pardon me. So, got some discussion on this. Let's check it out.
Steph Curry gonna play with 240. James Harden gonna play 240. Russell Westbrook gonna play 240. Kawhi Leonard, Kevin Durant, these guys gonna play till they're 40 years old. We haven't seen that in the past, not at a high level. 84 until 1990 might be the best era of basketball players to ever play basketball. collectively. Talent-wise, skill-wise, competitiveness-wise, and I mean longevity, right? Bron, he's 40-year-old playing. I seen the comparison with James Harden and D-Wade. While I'm taking James Harden over D-Wade, it's only because longevity, right? Between those years, it was something that we got from the older generation, the guys who played before us. They play a lot. They don't lift a lot of weights, but they play basketball a lot. They get injured around 32, 33. They're never the same. Right. So we took that as, okay, we play a lot, but we're going to skill a lot, which only is what the new generation does. They do skills and not play a lot. Right. I think between that 84 class into the 90 class, we were able to kind of plan a lot from the past, but also skilling a lot from the future. At the same time, medicine, right? You tear ACL, you tear Achilles, you have a meniscus tear. It wasn't a lingering thing nowadays, how it was back then, based off the health is and what the technology for health is. We've educated ourselves throughout the injuries that we've had and our peers done had, right? The future, this new generation, like, okay, cool, yeah, work on your quads. That's, it's mobility is a part of everything. When we had to learn it, it's different when you have to do it and actually learn it. I just played a game a month ago. I'm 36 years old. James Harden is 35, 36 years old.
Well, I mean, look at what Kevin Durant did last night against the Bucks.
36 years old. Right. Steph Curry, 36 years old. LeBron James, 40 years old. And I'm talking about guys that can still go, that's still going.
Chris Paul.
And he doesn't get a lot of credit. You're talking about the second oldest player in the NBA, played the most minutes for the Spurs, right?
Best 6-year stretch of basketball players born.
And it's a bunch of guys that's still playing now.
I agree with him. On that. This dog is tripping out. She is tripping out. Can't sit still. She about to be a big sister or an auntie. She about to be an auntie. Dang. But yeah, I agree with that. You know what I mean? See, the athletes now are definitely built differently from the athletes of yesteryear. It was pretty good back then, but we still just built different now. You know what I mean? So longevity. LeBron's still playing. 40 is when he was old. When Michael Jordan was 40 playing, and he was considered old. He was moving old too. You know what I mean? So it's just a different type of class right now. I feel like LeBron might can play till he's 50. Still be worthy on the court somehow. He coming off the bench, sitting on the bench, probably coming in the third quarter when he's 48. Why not? Shit, fuck it. You know what I mean? Shit, I'm still, I'm like the mascot. I'm playing mascot. You know what I mean? I'm 41, and shit, I'm still a professional fighter, still doing my thing. Shit, 41 is old for a fighter at one point. You know what I mean? But it's not now. You know what I mean? It's still considered old. But because a lot of people who like fights are still old-minded. But I know I still got, I ain't gonna lie, I got me at least minimum 5 more years. I might can go till I'm 50. I don't know. I like to fight. I don't see when I'm going to stop liking to fight. If I get hurt that I can't, then maybe then. But no, I don't see it coming no time soon. But got another story for you. During a college fencing tournament, Stephanie Turner, a female fencer, protested by taking a knee instead of competing against Redmond Sullivan, a transgender woman competing in the women's category. U.S. Fencing disqualified and expelled Turner from the event, adhering to the 2023 policy promoting inclusivity of transgenders and non-binary athletes. This action has ignited a debate on the fairness in the women's sports, with some arguing the biological male retaining physical advantages, thus affecting the competitive integrity. Critics of the policy and supporters of Turner see the protest and stand for her fairness, while others support the policy for its inclusivity. Ooh. The incident is led to discussion on revising the sports policy and has garnered support of female athletes who choose to compete under these conditions. Okay. I have a video. Let's check it out real quick. Thought about it. Said, I ain't about to play this dude. Look how big this motherfucker over here. Damn. Like, shit, hold on. You know what? I gotta see them stuff up. Ooh. Like, why she had to get suspended though? Well, it said, she disqualified and expelled her from the event. Disqualified? Like, I can't forfeit? Why is that a disqualification and an expulsion? Look at this motherfucker standing over here like a man, like a man. You a man, bro. I don't feel like hurting you. I don't feel like you hurt me. I don't want you to hurt me. Go ahead, walk away, man. Walk away. I promise you, I'll go hard, lighter. What are you talking about? I wish I could know what they were talking about. I really wish I know what they were talking about. But what can you say to me? What can you say to me, man? Come on, bro. An expulsion, bro? Like, we started the match. What have to get hurt first? How do y'all feel about this? I thought I've changed this. I guess it's the Olympics though, bro. So, man, I don't get it. It's supposed to then, I guess the Olympics is a whole other thing. It don't need, okay, it ain't an American thing. It's a United Olympics type thing. So, they don't got to adhere to what Trump's talking about. Whoever this recording, they knew it was going to happen, so go ahead and record it. Don't force it. This is what y'all asked for, though. This is what y'all asked for, I feel. Not all, but most. Why I think that is because, so it's even a thing, you know what I mean? So this shouldn't even be a thing, but it is a thing because some ladies went on here and said, yeah, we want this. And when these ladies were saying we want this, you ladies who really didn't want this wasn't saying, well, we don't want this. I just let them say, hey, we want this. Because I'm a firm believer that most men wouldn't let this happen. But if y'all want it to happen, okay, we don't care. If this is what y'all want, we'll give it to you. You know, that's how we men are. Definitely for our ladies. Oh, you want? Well, guess we'll provide the one. If this, I mean, it ain't hurting us none. I guess if y'all want the boys who think they're girls to participate in sports, go ahead. And then I guess if the girls that want to be guys want to participate with us, that's fine also. I mean, if they was good enough to play with us, they'll be playing with us anyway. Okay? So that's why it's never the other way, you know. That's why it's never no trans man dominating in men's sports. So this is what you asked for. Get what you asked for. And now y'all gonna have to actually fight for what you want. And it ain't a protest. There's gonna be, it gotta be a lady war. It gotta be a trans versus lady war. That's what it gotta be. I'm sorry. And if y'all want those type of rights back, okay, you're gonna have to offer a couple you know what? I don't know if I can talk like that on YouTube, but you're gonna have to actually fight because we out of here. We out of this. Real men, we wash our hand of this. Y'all go ahead and figure it out, okay? Because once we start fighting for you, there's gonna be a whole bunch of other girls who just don't like to hear what a man has to say or think men shouldn't comment on women swims, you know, that type of, I shouldn't comment on things like that because I'm not that. That's what they feel like. You know what I mean? So it's up to y'all. It's up to y'all, you ladies to, and you ladies in trans need to come up with something. That's all. We out of this, okay? We're gonna let y'all deal with that because it keeps you busy. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and get up out of here. You know what I mean? Shoot, I got stuff to do. I started late. I apologize. You know what I mean? But I still gave you a nice show. I feel like, how you feel? Okay. So let me think. Am I missing something? I don't think I'm missing anything. Hush your mouth, young lady. Shout out to Suki. She is at the vet right now, possibly prepping to have puppies. So if you don't know who Suki, that's Sukiyana, Suki the good poochie. That's my Frenchie. All right, little black bitch. She got pregnant and we expecting puppies. All right, so all this month, every Saturday I got an event coming up. Paint and Puff this weekend, Puff and Yoga week after that. Week after that, another Paint and Puff. Week after that, another Puff and Yoga. Also on 420, we're doing the blunts and bingo. You should definitely get your spot. Spots are going. And always, you come get your body right at Presidential Fitness and Female Emporium, where you always get a free onion downer. And if you need a character for your birthday parties, family events, your company get-togethers, go ahead and hit up Pop-Up Party Pals. We got over 50 characters for your pleasure. No stripping. We don't strip. We don't do that. All right. And it is Thursday, so next time you'll see me and Cornbread will be Monday at 8:30 for another episode of and then we're coming right back here on Tuesday at 10 o'clock for another episode of Morn'n Ninjas. And then we're coming back here on Wednesday at 8 o'clock p.m. for another episode of Girl Talk. And if you go 7 days in a row, you come right back to today. So next week on Thursday, check us out at 10 o'clock for another episode of Morn'n Ninjas Sports. And there you have it. We're giving you a little cushion coffee and spill a little bit of the tea. I'm your host, Prez, Cornbread 217 is not here at the moment, but he also wanted to tell you, Morn'n Ninja. Tune in next time for sports. How?
Morn'n Ninjas. Morn'n Ninjas. Morn'n Ninjas.